students, today we'll go with the discussion of the questions which are related to calendars. So, how the questions of calendars are given and how can we proceed with the solvation of the questions, we'll try to understand. So, calendars is a topic where you are going to see the questions of finding a day on any particular date. So you are going to see broadly two types of questions in calendars. You are going to see broadly two types of questions in calendars. So what are the two types of questions you can see under the calendars if you observe? So one type of a question which is projected as like this. So I am naming this as a question with reference. Question with reference. So how the question of this type is projected is, so they will give any specific date. For example, 23rd May 2005, 23rd May 2005 is Sunday, then what is the day on? Then 15th August of the same year 2005 is what day? This is a type of question. So we are naming this type as going to be with reference model. So you are going to have a reference. Based on the reference, you can solve the question. So that's why we are naming this as a with reference model. So, and we can also see other type of question. So that is type 2. And we are naming this type 2 model as going to be without reference model. So without reference model means you are going to see a question like this. They are going to project a question as July 23rd. So directly they will give some information. July 23rd, 2018 is what day? July 23rd, 2018 is what day? So directly they will give any specific date, or otherwise they will give a question which is projected as April 5th, 2025 is what day? April 5th, 2025 is what day? So they will give a question of calendar in such a way that they will give any specific date for us and they will expect us to find out the day of that particular specific date. So the disadvantage is we are not going to have a phone to check the calendar. So you have to know what is a strategy which we can use to make the answer choice faster, and how can we calculate the day first and what is the concept involved first we'll try to understand. So the calendars are given in such a way that the first question or the first type of question, as I discussed, you are going to have a question on finding the day after n days, or before n days. So, and here you can expect the question directly where n value is given or indirectly n value is given. So we'll observe how the first type of questions are given and how the second type of questions are given. So for solving the first type and second type of question, what is required is we have to understand a concept of odd days. Entire calendar problems will revolve around the concept of odd days. So first of all, we should understand what is odd days and what is the concept of odd days. So odd days is nothing but the number of days which are more than the complete number of weeks will be treated as a odd days. So for example, if you have 16 days, what is the number of odd days here? So what is the definition? Number of days which are more than the complete number of weeks. So we can say 16 days are there and we are trying to find out what is the number of odd days here. So 16 days means we can say 2 weeks, because every week will have 7 days. So after completing 2 weeks, we have 2 days extra. So whatever is the 2 days extra are there, this extra 2 days will be treated as a odd days. That is what I am trying to give here. The number of days which are more than the complete number of weeks. So after completed weeks, how many extra days are there? That will be treated as a odd days. But doing like this all the time is not required. We can use a mathematical formula Whatever is the number of days are there, simply divide with the 7, because every week will have 7 days. So just observe what is the reminder. This reminder itself will indicate the number of odd days. So 7 2s are 14, we left with the reminder as 2. That means we can say the number of odd days will be equal to 2. Number of odd days will be equal to 2. Similarly, whatever the number of days are there, we can easily find out the number of odd days there. For example, have 20 days. You want to find out what is the number of odd days here. So you can simply go with the calculation 20 by 7, 7 2s are 14, we left with the remainder as 6. So we can say odd days will be 6. And one important point is you are dividing with 7. So reminders are possible as ranging from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 only. You won't get more than 6 as a reminder. So odd days is also lies between 0 to 6 only. So what? How can we find out the odd days? Is odd days are nothing but the number of days which are more than the number of weeks. So odd days we can calculate just by taking the number of days divided by 7. So we'll try to understand some more examples which are related to this. So the odd days calculation, when you are solving the question which is related to days, any specific days are there. So 16 days are there. What is the number of odd days? You can simply go with 16 by 7. We left with a reminder as 2. So number of odd days are 2. 25 days are there. What is the number of odd days is the question. 25 by 7. 7 3s are 21. We left with a reminder as 4. 50 days are there. What is the number of odd days? 50 by 7. 7 sevens are 49. We left with a reminder as 1. So like this we can find out the number of odd days of any particular days. So whatever the days are there, you can simply find out the number of odd days for it. So for example, 28 days are there. So what is the number of odd days is the question. 7 4s are 28. What is the reminder? Reminder is 0. That means there is no odd days. So this quotient is indicating, 4 is indicating there is complete 4 weeks are there. So number of days which are more than the completed weeks will be treated as odd days. If it is only exactly completed weeks, there is no odd days for it. So 28 days is having exactly 4 weeks. So that is the reason we can say number of odd days will be 0 for it. And similarly, if you look at the months, so odd days calculation, the calculation of odd days for the months. So if you look at the months, so I am just trying to give you a very simple idea. So whatever the months you are going to take, So I'm just asking a very simple question, my dear students. Can you please answer this question? A question from the algebra concept. So if you have any question as like this, question is projected in this way. 30x plus 31y plus 29z is equal to 366. Then find out the value of x plus y plus z. Find the value of x plus y plus z. And you have some option choices here. So options are projected. I'm taking the question again this way. So 30x plus 31y plus 29z is equal to 366. Find out the value of x plus y plus y plus z. And we have an option choices for the question. So options are projected as like this. First option, which is given as 15. Second option is given as 9. third option is given as a 12, fourth option is given as 18. What is the value of x plus y plus z? Basically, if you look at it, this is in with three variables. So you can just observe the given equation. So if you can observe the given equation, it is going to be a linear equation and which is having three variables. So with only one equation like this, definitely it is difficult to find out x, y, z, right? So that is what we learned in basic algebra. So when you have x plus y is equal to 10, can we find out x value and y value? No. Why? Because this is two variable linear equation. So to find out x and y, we need minimum of two equations. We need minimum of two equations. So only by using this one equation, we cannot find out x and y values. We cannot find out x and y values. So this is a basic point which we can understand. This is a basic point which we can understand from the algebra concept. Whenever you are dealing with the three variables equation, so you need minimum of three or less than three. At least two equations are required to solve. So here there are three variables are available and one equation is given. Directly they are asking us to find out what is x plus y plus z value. Directly they are asking us to find out what is x plus y plus z value. So now you can just look at this as like this. So just look at the question in a little different way and observe these numbers 30, 31, 29 and 366. Have you seen these numbers anywhere? Have you seen these numbers anywhere? Observe these numbers. So 30, 31 and 29 and 366. You can see these numbers regularly in the calendar. You can observe these numbers and we can say some of the months in a year, some of the months in a year will have 30 days. Some of the months in a year will have 30 days. Some of the months in a year will have 31 days. And some of the months in a year will have 29 days. And the total number of days in a leap year will be equal to 366. They are asking us to find out what is x plus y plus z. So x and y and z are indicating the number of months. Number of months. Some of the months are having 30 days. Some of the months are having 31 days, and some of the months are having 29 days. So the total number of days is 366. They are asking what is the number of months in a year. The number of months in a year is going to be 12. You can mark your answer choice as option C. That is going to be 12. You can mark your answer choice as going to be option C. That is going to be 12. This is when you look at the question in a different little calendar by connecting with the calendar. Actually, the equation is projected by using the calendar concept only. So just to connect the algebraic equation with the chapter what we are dealing with. And now you can just observe the value of C is going to be 12. That means the number of months are going to be 12. Now let me understand what are the months which are having 29 days. What are the months which are having 29 days? So can you tell me what is a month which is having 29 days? So 29 is going to be only one, that is February. That means we can say the value of Z will be equal to 1. The value of Z will be equal to 1. X plus Y plus Z is 12. So what is Z value? Z value will be 1. 1 is nothing but only 1, that is February is having 29 days. And what is the value of, and February will have 29 days or 28 days. If it is 28 days, that is nothing but we can say non-leap year will have 28 days. That non-leap year will have one. That's the reason non-leap year will have 365 days. 365 days. And what is the what is the value of x if you observe? The number of months which are having 30 days. Number of months which are having 30 days. So what are the months which are having 30 days? So you can just use hand logic in finding what are the months which are having 30 days. So, and in the previous also I have discussed about this point. So if you want to find out what are the months which are having 30 days, you can use a simple shortcut. You can just use a simple shortcut. Let's assume that you are somewhere This is India map. Let's assume that you are somewhere in Andhra. You are somewhere in Andhra. You want to move from Andhra to Jammu. You want to move from Andhra to Jammu. To move from Andhra to Jammu, in which direction you have to go? In which direction you have to go? So to move from Andhra to Jammu, you have to take a direction. You have to take a direction as south to north. From south to north, you have to move. So to move from Andhra to Jammu, we have to take a direction as south to north. I am writing this statement as like this. I am writing this statement as like this. To move from Andhra to Jammu, to move from Andhra to Jammu, to move from Andhra to Jammu, I have to take a direction as south to north. I have to take a direction as south to north. So just highlight the letters which are available here. Highlight the letters which are available here. So A, J, S, N. And what is this AJSN is going to represent us is AJSN. Remember, A indicates April, J indicates June, S indicates September, N indicates November. So these are the months. These are the months will be having 30 days in a month. These are the months which are having 30 days. AJSN. Remember April, June, September, November. April, June, September, and November. These are the months having 30 days. These are the months having 30 days. All the remaining will have 31 days except February. You can just remember this statement. AJSN will have 30 days, all the remaining will have 31 days except February. That's how you can remember the number of months which are having 30 days. Number of months which are having 30 days. So going back to the odd days calculation of the months. So odd days calculation of the months, remember this statement what I tried to project just now. AJSN April, June, September, November will have the number of days as 30. Remaining all will have 31 days except February. So if you can remember this statement, you can find out all odd days or number of days in any particular month. So if it is February, as I told you, will be having 29 days or 28 days. So if it is 28 days, the number of odd days are going to be 0. If it is 29 days, number of odd days is going to be 1. And similarly, if you take the remaining AJSN, A indicates April, J indicates June, S indicates September, N indicates November. AJSN will have 30 days. We have odd days in 30 by 7, 7 fours are 28. We left with a reminder as 2. This 2 is indicating the number of odd days. So 30 days will be having the 2 odd days. So if it is 31 days, what is the remaining months? So remaining all except this 5. That means remaining all the 7 months, namely January, March, May, July, August, October and December. All these months are having 31 days. So number of odd days in 31 days, number of odd days in 31 days will be 31 by 7. We can see the leftover remainder is 3. So number of odd days are going to be 3 here. Number of odd days are going to be 2 here. So you can directly remember this statement. AJSN April, June, September, November will having the number of odd days are going to be 2. Remaining all the months will be having 3 odd days except February. So February will be having either 1 or 0. When it is 0, when it is 1 is, if it is a non-leap year, it is 0. If it is a leap year, it will be 1. Very, very important statement, my dear students. It will be helpful when we are solving the questions. It would be helpful when we are solving the question. Please do remember this point. And now, coming to the number of odd days calculation for the years. So when you take years, so years are broadly classified into 2 types. One is non-leap year, the other one is a leap year. Non-leap year means the one which is having 365 days. So non-leap year number of odd days will be given as 1. Why? Because 365 if you divide with 7. In order to get the odd days, you just odd days means what? After completed weeks, extra days. So if you divide with 7, you will get the odd days. 7 5s are 35. 7 2s are 14. We left with extra reminder as 1. That will be treated as a odd days. So and we can also say This we studied in the previous class also. So what is the point is, if it is 365 days or if it is non-leap year, you are going to have 52 completed weeks. On top of it, one extra odd day will be there. In probability also we discussed this point. So if you are talking about a leap year will have two odd days, because leap year will have 366 days. 366 divided by 7 will left with a remainder as 2. 365 when we divide with 7 we left with a remainder as 1. So we are going to get 2 odd days here. That means after completing 56 weeks we are going to get 2 days extra. We are going to get 2 days extra. That will be treated as a odd days. Okay. So that is how we can find out the number of odd days of any particular days or any particular year. So similarly, odd days calculation, centuries also we can do. So for centuries, the first century will be having 5 odd days, second century will be having 3 odd days, third century will be having 1 odd day, every fourth century will be treated as a leap century will be having 0. So again this cycle will be repeated after the leap century. Again first century will be 5, second century will be 3, third century will be 1, fourth century will be 0. So this is a cycle which will follow. I'll talk about the centuries soon. Let's look at what is a first model question. So as I told you in the previous, type 1 question is nothing but we are going to have a day, specific day is already given. This is, we are going to take it as a reference. So that's why we call this model as with reference model. They will be asking us to find out what is the day after n days or what is the day before n days. This is the question which we are going to see. So how can we tackle this question is, in order to solve this question, so for example, I will just take a very simple example, just understand, we'll come back to the concept again. So if you have any question, so for example, the question is August 28th, 2020 is Friday. August 28th, 2020 is Friday. So, or otherwise the same data will be also projected as today is Friday. Both are same, right? No difference. Today is Friday. Both are same. So they given the data. Today is so and so day. What is the day? What is the day after 1 day? What is the day after 1 day? What is your answer, my dear students? If today is a Friday, what is the day after 1 day means we can simply say answer choice is going to be Saturday. Answer choice is going to be Saturday, right? And similarly, if the question is given as like this, if today is Friday, what is the day after 2 days? What is the day after 2 days? What is your answer, my dear students? If today is Friday, what is the day after 2 days means we can say answer choice is going to be Sunday. We can say answer choice is going to be Sunday. And I'm asking one more question. If today is Friday, what is the day after 4 days of time? What is the day after 4 days of time? So this time what I'm trying to do is, I can count it easily, but anyways, to make it little easy, I am writing this day scale. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday and Sunday. So these are the days which we are going to see in a week. So now here we have a reference that today is Friday. Let's highlight the reference. Let's highlight the reference as Friday. So the question is, what is the day after 4 days? So after highlighting your reference, so he is asking what is the day after 4 days? 1, 2, 3, 4. You can say answer choice is going to be Tuesday. You can say answer choice is going to be Tuesday. So this is what we call it as, draw the day scale and take your reference, move on the day scale. If it is talking about the future, then move forward direction on the day scale. So whatever the number of days are there, that we can forward. So sometimes they are going to project the question as like this. Let's assume that instead of asking a question as if today is Friday, what is the day after 4 days? It's looking like a very simple question. Instead of that, the question is what is the day after 44 days? If today is Friday, what is the day after 44 days? So you don't need to move like this. If today is Friday, what is the day after 44 days? Or otherwise, let's take a simple question. What is the day instead of 44 days? Let's take what is the day after 11 days, let's assume. What is the day after 11 days? So, how can we proceed with the solvation? So, if today is a Friday, what is the day after 11 days is a question. Then we'll solve 44 days. So, if it is 11 days, so I already have a reference as going to be Friday. I already have a reference as going to be Friday. So, I just need to find out what is the day after 44 days, sorry, after 11 days. So, in order to find out this, so 11 days, Friday is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We can say answer choice is a Tuesday. But doing like this is taking time. That is the reason what you do is instead of moving for 11 times, you just take 11, take 11 and divide with the 7, observe the odd days. That is what the odd days concept is. So when we divide with the 7, we left with a remainder as 4. That means we have a 4 odd days. You just move forward by 4 days. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, mark your answer as Tuesday. Both will give us the same answer choice. So only the point which I am expecting you to understand is, so when you have a huge number of days, you no need to bother or you no need to calculate everything. What you do is just try to find out the number of odd days. So if it is given as 44 days, you no need to calculate 44 by 7, 7 6 are 42, we left with a remainder as 2. So if it is 2 or the odd days, Friday is highlighted, Saturday, Sunday, you can mark your answer choice as Sunday. So like this, the first type of question is given. And here we are able to see number of days directly as 44 and 54. That is why we call this as a question which is with reference model and direct question where number of days are directly projected for us. We can also see indirect question, that also I will show you. So first let's look at this type of model question. So the question will be projected as like this. You can just observe what is the day after n days and before n days is a question. First to draw the day scale. So whatever is a reference value, highlight that and move forward or move backward. If it is talking about the future, you just take after is nothing but future. You can take forward direction. If it is talking about the past, you can take backward direction. Before indicates past. So now you can just observe how many odd days. Let's look at basic questions. How many odd days are there in 352 days? So very simple question. How can we find out odd days, my dear students? So 352 divided by 7. 7 5s are 35 or otherwise 750 is 350. So we left an extra remainder as 2. So that means the number of odd days are going to be 2. You can mark the answer choice as option B. So odd days calculation is very simple. Number of days when you divide with 7, observe your remainder. This remainder itself will indicate the number of odd days. Remainder itself will indicate the number of odd days. Similarly, now just look at a question. So question is projected in such a way that today is Monday. Today is Monday. What will be the day after 123 days is the question. What will be the day after 123 days is the question. So first observe the day scale. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So today is Monday. So just reference the, just highlight the reference one. What will be the day after 123 days is the question. So if it is 123 days, you can take 123 and you can divide with 7. Observe the remainder. If you divide with 7, what is the remainder we are getting? So we can just observe 7 1s are 7. We left with 53. 7 7s are 49. What is the remainder we are getting? We are getting a remainder as 4. That means we can say 4 odd days are there. That means we have to move forward by 4 days. Already highlighted one is Monday. 1, 2, 3, 4. Answer choice must be Friday, which is available as option C. Answer choice must be Friday, which is available as option C. You can mark it as answer choice. That's how we can proceed with the solvation of the question which is related to calendars. The first type with the reference model. That means there is a reference day. So using this reference, try to find out odd days, move on the day scale based on your odd days. So let's take one more question and try to observe what is the answer choice for the question. I am looking for your response. Please try to tell me what can be the answer choice for the question. Read the question carefully and tell me the answer. Today is a Sunday. Today is a Sunday. Highlight Sunday. What is the day? What is the day of the week? 124 days before. Before is talking about past. You can go backward direction. Okay. What is 124 days means? 124 divided by 7. 7 17 is 119. We left with a reminder as 5. So you have to go back. We have to go back by 5 days. Go back by 5 days from the reference. So reference is Sunday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Answer choice must be Tuesday. Answer choice must be Tuesday. You can mark your answer as option B. You can mark your answer as option B. That's how you can proceed with the solvation. It's very good. Answer is Tuesday. So like that, they are going to give the question which is related to the first type. So these are easy questions just for the practice purpose. So you can just observe if today is Sunday, what was the week? 63 days later. Later is also indicating after. But 63 when we divide with 7, what is a reminder? So we are going to get a reminder as 0. That means no odd days. That means that day will be repeated. Day will be repeated. If we are getting the number of odd days are 0, that means that the day will be repeated. Answer choice will be Sunday. Day will be repeated. Answer choice will be Sunday. So backward direction and forward direction, only two directions will be available. So when we have to go backward direction is if it is talking about past, go backward direction. If it is talking about future, go forward direction. Just like if I am talking about today is Monday, what is yesterday? Yesterday means past. You can say answer is Sunday. What is tomorrow? So tomorrow is future. You can say Tuesday. So what is your direction? Moving forward direction here. Because whenever you see future question, you can say forward direction. Whenever you see any question which is related to past, past means you are going to see the questions like before or ago, that indicates past. Or future means after or hence, these are indicating future. So you can use these keywords to make the answer. After indicates future only. After indicates future only. So you can use these keywords to understand whether you have to move forward or backward direction. So same reference based question. So these are the practice question 1 and practice question 2. Same reference based question. They are going to give in a little different way. That is nothing but they are going to give the reference based question. They are going to give the reference based question in such a way that so they will be giving any specific date and they will be asking us to find out the day of the another specific date. So this is another type of question which you are going to have. So how can we tackle this type of question? Let's try to understand and we'll discuss further. So first you look at whenever you see this type of question. See, this all is not required. So similar question. So in the previous you have seen today or something. So instead of asking the same question is connected as like this. Same question is connected as like this. So 28th August 2020 is Friday. 28th August 2020 is Friday. Then what is the day on? The question is then what is the day on October 11th of the same year. October 11th of the same year. So understand how can we solve or how can we tackle this question now so that you will get clarity. In previous you are having so you find out number of so I hope the question is clear. Question is clear. So you can able to see August 28th, 2020 is a Friday. Then October 11th, 2020 is odd days. So is what day? So first you have to find out the number of odd days. First you have to find out the number of odd days. How can we find out the number of odd days? So just try to observe the gap. Dear students, are you facing any problem? Are you able to see the screen now? Okay, fine. So now, in order to find out the number of odd days in between this gap, so you can just remember the previous statement. A, J, S, N will have the number of odd days as going to be 2. Remaining all will have 3 odd days. Remaining all will have 3 odd days except February. This is a statement which we have already taken in the previous. So now you try to understand how can we proceed with the solvation of the question. So August 28th is Friday is the data. So you can take it like this. So August 28th. To complete August, how many more days are required? So April, June, September and November will have 30 days. Remaining all will be having 31 days. August will have 31 days. To complete August, how many more days are required? 3 more days are required. So after completing August, so what is the next month you are going to see? September. August, September and November is completely over. August, September, October. So after completing September, you are going to have October. So in October, you are at 11th day. You can take it like this. What is the number of days in September? September will have 30 days. Number of odd days will be 2. Number of odd days will be 2. So this is what you have to take it as a day scale. So now you can just observe how many odd days are there here? 3. How many odd days are there here? 30 days means 2 odd days. This is 11 days. You can directly take 11 or otherwise you can take 11 as going to be 4. Why we are taking 4? 11 by 7 leftover remainder is 4. 4 indicates the odd days. So you can take the odd days and add all the odd days. So what is the total number of odd days now? So we can say 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 9, 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 by 7 leftover remainder is 2. That means your day will be shifted by 2 days forward. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, answer choice is going to be Sunday. Answer choice is going to be Sunday. So that's how you can proceed with the solvation of the question. That's how you can proceed with the solvation of the question. So what you need to do is just go with the odd days calculation. September is having 30 days. So let me take one more example just for getting more clarity on your solvation. So I am taking one more example. 25th May 25th May 2003 is Sunday. Then what is the day on 25th December in that year? 25th December in that year. And you have the option choices for the question. What is the day on 25th December in that year? Or 25th December in the same 2003. So options are projected as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. How can we proceed with the solvation is very simple. What you need to do is so 25th May, always complete the number of weeks and take the completed ones. Take the completed ones. Because we have a trick for completed ones like A, J, S and complete months are there. We can easily take the odd days. That is what the trick I am trying to use. So we are at 25th May. What is the trick which we can remember all the time is? So remember the trick. A indicates April. J indicates June. J indicates June. S indicates September, N indicates November. AJSN will have 30 days. That means the number of odd days are going to be 2. 2 odd days will be there. Remaining all the months will have 31 days. That means 3 odd days except February. This is the statement. Please do remember. You will understand what is the importance of this statement here. Now you just look at, to complete May, how many more days are required, my dear students? To complete May, we need another 6 days because May is having 31 days. So after finishing May, June, July, August, September, October, November are completely over. In the month of December, we are at 25th. So this is what I am taking it as a day scale. Now you try to observe. So as per the previous statement, April, June, September, November, these are having the number of odd days as 2. So these 3 months are having 2 odd days. 3 into 2, total odd days are 6. And remaining all will be having the 3 odd days. So 3 into 3, 3 into 3 is giving a result as 9. What is the sum of these two? It is 15. So this is 6 and 15 and 25. So I am trying to find out the total number of odd days here. So 15 means what? We can say 15 is nothing but 1 odd day, because 15 by 7 leftover remainder is 1. What is 25? 25 by 7 leftover remainder, 25 by 7 leftover remainder is going to be 4. So 6 days means the number of odd days are going to be 6. So this is what the total odd days. What is the total odd days? 6 plus 1 plus 4. The total odd days are 7. Total odd days are 11. 11 divided by 7, leftover remainder is 4. So how can we take the answer? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Highlighted one is Sunday. You have to move forward by 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mark your answer choice as Thursday. Mark your answer choice as Thursday. That is how we can use this statement to make the answer choice faster. This is what you are going to see on the second model of the first type. So any specific date is given, there we have to find out the another date. We have to find out the another date. So you can just observe a question. So if you burn on, so years are changing, how can we proceed? 14th April 1992 is a Sunday. Then which day of the week? Day in 1993. So 14th April 1992. So 1992 February will have one extra day. So 14th April 1992 to 14th April 1993. So total 365 days will be over. What is the number of odd days? Odd days are 1. So your day will be shifted by 1 day forward. You can mark your answer as Monday. Your day will be shifted by 1 day forward. You can mark your answer choice as Monday. That is how you can proceed with the solvation. So like that you are going to see the questions which are projected here. Like that you can see the questions which are projected here. So all these are the questions which are given on the similar type. So if the year is changing, it is not a difficult question. Here also I am taking one more example. Let's try to look at. So if years are changing, if it is same year, you can use the same logic. So month also I will take one more example. Please listen carefully. If the question is given as March 23rd, how can we understand? One student is asking, how can we understand whether the year is a leap year or not? So you can understand whether the year is a leap year or not. So by observing whether the given number is divisible by 4. So if the given number is divisible by 4, we can say that is year is a leap year. So that means, for example, you take any year. So year is basically having 4 digits. You just observe the last 2 digits of it. If it is divisible by 4, then you treat it as leap year. Divisible by 4, we can treat it as a leap year. So, or if sometimes you are going to see the last 2 digits are not divisible by 4, you will have some remainder. So that time what we can do, we can say that is, if it is having some remainder, so we can say that is going to be non-leap year. For example, if you are having any question as like this, so 1992 is there, whether it is a leap year or not is a question. What we need to do is you can try to check out last two digits. 92. 4 to the 8, 4 3 is 12. 92 is completely divisible. We can say that is a leap year. So, for example, you have a question as 2014. Whether this is a leap year or non-leap year is a question. What you can do? 2014. Observe the last two digits. 14 by 4. Is it a leap year? 14 by 4. 4 3 is 12. We left with a reminder as 2. That means we can say it is a non-leap year. So leap year we can easily understand or identify by looking at the last two digits. 2004 is a leap year, 2008 is a leap year, 2012 is a leap year, 16 is a leap year, 20 is a leap year. So like that you can just understand. So in 2000 these are the leap years. So you can just understand last two digits of a number should be divisible by 4, then we can treat that as a leap year. 1900 is not a year, it is a century. Century concept is different, I will talk about it. So I'm just talking about years. I'm talking about years. So 1990, 1900 is going to be a non-leap year. I'll talk about that. Okay. So now if you look at a question, so let's take a one more example on the months so that you will get a clarity. So March 23rd is a Tuesday. In any year, March 23rd is a Tuesday. March 23rd is a Tuesday. Then what is the day on June 8th of the same year? June 8th of the same year. June 8th of the same year. Like this, you can see the question. So what we can do is first make the day scale. To complete March, how many more days required, my dear students? To complete March, it is March 23rd. How many more days? AJSN. April is going to have 30 days. March will be having 31 days. To complete March, we need another 8 days. After completing March, April, June. So April, May, June. So April, May, June. So if you look at April and May, and after that we'll be finding June. In June, it is still 8. So if you look at April and May, what is the number of odd days? So April is having 2 odd days because it is having 30 days. May is having 31 days. May is having 31 days. That's the reason the number of odd days are 3. So these are the odd days. So total number of odd days I am trying to calculate. 8 days means number of odd days are 1. 8 days means the number of odd days are 1. How I am doing this? 8 by 7 leftover remainder. 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 1, 7. That means I am getting 7 odd days. The day will be repeated. Answer choice for the question is going to be Tuesday only. Answer choice for the question is going to be Tuesday only. So only the thing is entire problem revolve around the odd day. Entire problem revolve around odd day. Okay. So let's take one more question which is connecting the years. For example, you have a question as like this. 2014, July 4th is Sunday. July 4th is Sunday. Then what was the day on 2017 July 4th? 2017 July 4th. So only the thing is date is same, but year is changing. How can we find out this? You can just observe 2014 to 2015, 15 to 16, 16 to 17. 14 to 15, one complete year is over. How many odd days are there? You have to find out. 15 to 16, one more complete year is over. 16 to 17, one more complete year is over. So we can just check the odd days. 14 to 15, it is a non-leap year. So the number of odd days are 1. 15 to 16, it is also non-leap year because 15 is a non-leap year. One odd day will be there. 16 is a leap year, my dear students. That's the reason it is going to be leap year. 366 will be there. So the number of odd days will be 2. So total how many odd days are there in this gap? There are 4 odd days are there. So your day will be shifted by 4 days. Sunday is already given. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you can just highlight the Sunday, move forward by 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mark your answer choice as Thursday. Mark your answer choice as Thursday. That's how you can proceed with the solvation. If years are given, it is more easy question. If months are given, then only you have to solve a little more. Before also asked, it is the same calculation. Only the change which you are going to see is you just move backward direction. If they are asking about before year, only the change which we have to do is, so we have to go by backward direction. So let's try to understand. Let's try to look at the questions which are related to without reference. Without reference model also very simple, but only the thing is, before you are solving without reference, you have to make a reference. That reference is nothing but century. That reference is nothing but century. 14 to 15 means 14 you have to consider. 15 to 16 means 15 you have to consider. 16 to 17 means 17 you have 16 you have to consider. So let's look at how this type of questions are given. So this type of questions are given in such a way that directly they will give some particular date. We have to find out the day of that particular date. We have to find out the day of that particular date. So for example, let's take a very simple question. If the question is 2005, 2005, March 23rd, March 23rd is what day? This is a direct question, and under the second model is what day. So how can we solve this type of question is, whenever you have any particular date, what you do is go with the making the box. So when you are making the box, always make sure that go with the completed ones. Go with the completed ones, not incompleted ones. Go with the completed ones. Completed ones means go with the completed century, then completed years, then completed months and completed days. So first go with the completed century, go with the completed century, then go with the completed years, then go with the completed months, and then go with the completed days. So that is what you have to do here. Remember, always go with the completed ones. First go with the completed century, and try to find out the odd days there. Then go with the completed years, then go with the completed months, then go with the completed days, then go with the completed days. So for example, we have a question 2005 March 23rd is what day? So first look at what is a century completed. Century means which is multiplier of 100. So 2000 is a century which is completed. And how many years are over? This is 2005. 2005. So 2005 is a current present year. So as per the question, how many years are completely over? 4 years are completely over. So after completing 4 years, 2005 will enter. In that, January and February will be over. So in the March you are having 23 days. In the March you are having 23 days. So you have to find out the number of odd days in this gap. So how can we find out the odd days here? 2000 is a century. 2000 is a century. Remember, 2000 is going to be treated as a leap century. 2000 is going to be leap century. The number of odd days in a leap century is always equal to 0. That is the reason I am taking 0 odd days here. And 4 years are completed. So out of the 4 years, 2001, 2, 3 are going to be non-leap years, 3 are non-leap years, and 1 is a leap year. Leap year will have 2 odd days, non-leap year will have 1 odd day, 3 into 1, 1 into 2. Total odd days are going to be 5 here. Let's take this aside. Total odd days are 0 here. So you can just observe January will be having 31 days, number of odd days are 3. February will be 0 because this is 2005. 2005 means non-leap year. So number of odd days in February will be anyways 0. There are 23 days. 23 days means how many odd days? 2 odd days. Overallly, how many odd days are there? Try to understand. So the number of odd days from here to here, number of odd days from here to here will be 5 plus 3 plus 2, 10 odd days are there. 10 divided by 7, what is the remainder? Remainder is going to be 3. So 3 means what is your answer choices? You can just take the day scale as like this. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you can always start the numbering from Sunday 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So if you are getting a reminder as a 3, that means that your answer choice is Wednesday. That means that your answer choice is Wednesday. So we can say for the given particular date, the answer choice will be Wednesday. 2005 March 23rd is what day is the question. You can say answer choice is Wednesday. So we'll copy this question after doing one more question to get more clarity. Let's assume that you have a question. Just wait. I will discuss one more question. Then you can project your questions. So for example, you have a question as August 28th. First, we'll try to understand whether the approach is correct or not. We'll discuss one more question. Then we'll proceed with the solvation of the question. So the question is given as 28th August 2020 is what day? What is the answer, my dear students? 28th August 2020 is what day? So we very well know that, right? 28th August 2020 is what day? So we are talking about today. So we can say that answer choice is going to be definitely Friday. So let's try to apply the method which we have used in the previous in order to arrive the answer choice. So we'll try to look at the solvation procedure. So as I told you in the previous, first take the scale like this. So first take the completed centuries, then go with the completed years, then go with the completed months, then go with the completed days. That is what your calculation should be. So first take the completed century, then take the completed years, then take completed months, then take completed days. So this is what you have to take. This is what you have to take. And after doing that, find out the number of odd days based on it. Find out the number of odd days based on it. And after getting the number of odd days, connect with the day scale. So that means Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Saturday. So you can just connect with the day scale to make your answer. That means connecting with the day scale means Sunday is 0, Sunday is 0, Monday is 1, Tuesday is 2, Thursday is 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can connect accordingly as per the given question. So we'll try to understand. First we'll try to solve. How to take the day scale? First try to understand. Go with the century. What is a century completed? We are talking about 2020 August 28th. That means what is a century over? So century is nothing but 2000 is a century. 2000 is a century. And then take the completed years. How many years are over? If you observe, the number of years are over. This is 2020. 2020 means completely 19 years are over. Completely 19 years are over. Then look at what is the number of months completed in 2020. So after completing 19 years, 2020 is a present year. In 2020, January, February, March, April, June, July, August. So June, July are completely over. In the month of August, we are at 28th day. This we have to find out. So days are 28. So how many months are over? January, February, March, April, May, June, July are completely over. So I am trying to find out the number of odd days now. So how can we find out the number of odd days, my dear students? 2000 is a leap century. Every leap century will be having the number of odd days as 0. We can say odd days here is 0. So now you can just observe 19 years. So on 28 is very easy, right? What is the number of odd days? 0. How can we get it? 28 by 7, leftover remainder is 0. And now you look at this. As per this, we have a statement AJSN will be having 2 odd days. All the remaining will be having 3 odd days. All the remaining will be having 3 odd days except February. What about February? February will be having either 1 or 0. 2020 is a leap year. That is the reason February will be having 1 odd day. Total number of odd days will be, so 10, 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 3, 13, 14, and 14 plus 3, 17. 17 means what? 17 means 17 by 7, 7 2s are 14, leftover remainder is 3. We can say 3 odd days there. And 19 years are there. In 19 years, all the years are not leap years, all the years are not non-leap years. Some of them are leap years, some of them are non-leap years. How many leap years are there? I am trying to understand. For that, what you do is take the number of years, divide with 4, observe your quotient. So we can say 4 4 is 16. That means out of 19 years, 4 are going to be leap years, remaining 15 are going to be non-leap years. Non-leap year will have 1 odd day, 15 into 1 is 15. Leap year will have 2 odd days, 4 into 2 is going to be 8. So 15 plus 8 is giving a result as a 23. So 7 threes are 21, we left with the remainder as 1. That means we can say number of odd days are 1. So calculate overall odd days. Century is 0, months is 1, and years is 1, months is 3, and this is 0. So how much you are getting? You are getting a remainder as going to be 4. Just wait. Yeah, I will explain how I am calculating the years. How I am calculating the years. Just focus one more time. Just focus one more time. So there in the years we are getting 2 odd days. Don't worry. I will explain once again. Years, 19 years are there. Some are leap years, some are non-leap years. How I am calculating? Look at. So out of 19 years, to understand, so how many leap years, how many non-leap years are there, what we need to do is take 19 or take the number of years, divide with 4, observe the quotient. So if you divide 19 with 4, what happens? 4 4 is 16. So whatever is the quotient is there, that indicates the number of leap years. Leap years are 4. 19 minus 4 is how much? 15. That is indicating non-leap years. So non-leap year will have 1 odd day. That is the reason 15 into 1 15. Leap year will have 2 odd days. 4 into 2, 4 into 2 is going to be 8. 15 plus 8 is 23. 23. What is the number of odd days in 23 days? If it is 23 days, we can say that number of odd days are going to be 2. So here it is 0, here it is 2, here it is 3, here it is 0. So what is the total number of odd days? 5. If it is 5, what we can do? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I already told this. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you can just count the numbering as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you are getting 5 means answer choice is Friday. You are getting prime 5 means answer choice is Friday. So like that you can take any day, you can take any day and you can find out the day of that particular. Are you getting my point? February is going to be 1 odd day, not 2 odd days. February is having 1 odd day because February will have 29 days. I will take one more example. Let's listen carefully and observe the question. So for example, question is given as 2013, 2013, May 13th is what day? 2013, May 13th is what day? So you can use the calendar in your phone or you can jump to that particular date and observe what is the day of it. So we'll try to calculate what is the conventional way of solving. We'll try to calculate. So what is conventional way? As I do, yeah, what is the comparison? So years. So 2013 means we can say that 2013 means we can say that what is the completed years? 2013 means only 12 years are completed. Only 12 years are completed. So that you have to understand. So students are by mistake taking the answer, taking only 13 years. That is wrong. Century is 2000. Completed years are 12. What is the completed months? January, February, March, April, May. After completing April, in the month of May, they have 13 days. This is what the day scale which we have to take. So you can calculate century, 2000 century will be having 0 odd days. 13 days means we can say number of odd days are 6. January will be having 3 odd days. 2013 is going to be a non-leap year. Number of odd days are going to be 0 here. May will be having 3 odd days. April will be having 2 odd days. Sum of this is going to be 8. That means 1 odd day will be there. Here it is 6 odd days will be there. Here it is 0 odd days. And when it comes to years, So 12 by 4, what is the quotient? Quotient is 3. That means out of 12 years, 3 are leap years remaining. That means 12 minus 3 are going to be non-leap years. 9 into 1, 9. 3 into 2, 6. Total. Plus 8 means what is odd day? Odd day will be 1. 1 odd day we are getting. 1 means what is the answer choice? Answer choice will be Monday. You can check with the normal calendar. Here I am just doing 12 years are over. I am taking 12 years, dividing with 4 and observing the quotient. 4 threes are 12. So quotient is 3. That 3 indicates the leap years, my dear. That's it. 3 are leap years. So that's how we can proceed with the solution of calendar questions. So you are going to see the questions which are related to that. So if it is not a leap year like 2000, you are getting a question of, so just look at a question. What is the day on April 30, 2005? How can we solve? 2000 is a year. Take the year. How many day? Take the century. How many years are over? 4 years are over. How many months are over? We are at April means January, February, March is over in the month of April. So by is 1 3 have another days. 3 this is 5. This is 0. January will be having 3 orders, February is 3, March will be 3. 30 means we can say 2 or 3 days. So 2 plus 3 plus this is 2 and this is 6. So calculate everything. 0 plus 5 is 5, 5 plus 6 is 11, 11 plus 2 is going to be 13. So 13 means what? 13 by 7, leftover remainder is 6. 6 means answer choice is Saturday. Mark it as the answer. That is how you can see this type of question. Sometimes you are going to see the question where the question is given with the 19th century or any other thing. That time what you can do is, I told you 2000 century, 2000 is a leap century. So apart from that, if you are getting any other century, so for example, I have a question on 1832, what is the day of that? So what you can do is, following cycle centuries will be following is, so every first century so will be having 5 odd days. So how we are getting 5 odd days, I will tell you. Century means what, my dear students? First century will be having the number of odd days as 5. So how we are getting 5 odd days, I will just discuss. Actually, how we are getting is not required, but just for understanding purpose, understand this. So what is century? 100 years. Out of the 100 years, how many are leap years? Generally, leap years means multiples of 4. 25 multiples of 4 will be there. 25 into 4 is 100. Remaining 75 are non-leap years. But one thing which we have to remember in calendars, every century is going to be treated as a leap year. That is the reason it will be treated as a non-leap year. So 25 leap years and 75 non-leap years which we have taken, but this is a wrong calculation, because in this 25, 100 is also included. Every century will be treated 100, 200 and all. Every century will be treated as a non-leap year. That is the reason only 24 are leap years, remaining 76 are non-leap years. Non-leap year will have 1 odd day, 76 into 1, 76. Leap year will have 2 odd days, 24 into 2, 48. If you calculate the sum of it, it is 124. 124 when you divide with 7, what is the remainder? 7 sevens, 17 is 119, remainder is 5. That is the reason first century will be having 5 odd days. This is a calculation part which is required. So once you know the first century, remaining everything is easy. So actually this calculation is not required to remember, but anyways. So asking you to simply by heart first century is not so good. So that is the reason I am trying to tell you the reason. So first century will be having the number of odd days as 5. If I am talking about the second century will be having the another 5 odd days. So because first century is 5, second century will be having another 5. First century 5, second century is 5. total 10 odd days will be there. 10 means what? 10 divided by 7. Leftover remainder is 3. That is the reason we can say second century will be having 3 odd days. If I am talking about the third century, it will be having first 5, second 5, third 5. It will be 15. 15 means what? It will be 1. That is the reason third century will be having the number of odd days as 1. Every fourth century is a leap century, that is going to have the number of odd days as going to be 0. So that is a thing which I am expecting you to remember. So always remember the first century number of odd days are 5, second century is 3, third century is 1, fourth century is 0. Sir, how this point is going to be helpful? So this point is going to be helpful like this. For example, my dear students, as of now, we have solved the question which is related to 2000. Let's assume that I have a question which is projected as like this. 1313, March 13th is what day? So basically, what is the difference between the previous question to this question? Previously, 2005, 2006, 2020, 2014, like that questions you have solved. So now you are seeing 1313. How can we proceed with the solvation of this question is, so because this is 1313, because this is 1313, what you can do is you can just take 13th century as your reference. And 1313, how many years are over? 12 years are over. How many months are over? January, February is over. In the month of March, you have 13 days. This is a day scale which you are going to take. So after taking the day scale, what is your task? You have to find out the number of odd days. So 1300, what is the number of odd days? I am trying to calculate, my dear students. So to calculate the number of odd days, remember every leap century is a multiplier of 400. So leap century is a multiplier of 400, 1600, and 2400, all these are leap centuries. So 1300 is not a leap century, but before 1300, what is a leap century? 1200 is a leap century. So after 1200, 1300 will be the first century. So how many odd days will be there in first century? 5. That's how you have to take it. For example, you have a question, you are trying to find out your date of birth. Your date of birth something like this, 1997, so and so is there. So it is 1900. 1900 means what is the odd days you have to calculate. Before 19, what is the 4 multiplier? 16. So 1600 is a leap century. 1700 will be treated as the first century, 1800 second century, 1900 third century. That's why you have to take number of odd days for the 1900 as going to be 1. So now 12 years are there. Now you know this calculation. 12 by 4, remainder is 3. This is 9. So 3 into 2, 9 into 1. 15 means number of odd days are 1 here. January will be having 3 odd days. February will be having how many odd days? It will be 0. 13 means how many odd days? It will be 6. So 6 plus 3 plus 1. 15 you are getting. 15 by 7, remainder is 1. Remainder is 1 means answer choice is Monday. So like that you can take any day and you can find out the day of particular day. You can find out the day of particular day. That is how you can calculate the questions which are related to calendars. So whatever is the day is there, you can just use that concept in order to find out the day of it. Okay. So thank you so much. See you in the next session.